Healthy Rebel Radio is sponsored by the Healthy Rebel app. 300 plus secretly healthy, delicious, mouth-watering dessert and treat recipes made with all-natural, whole food ingredients. Now available for download on the App Store and Google Play. Find out more details at healthyrebel.com.
Welcome to Healthy Rebel Radio. I'm your host, Dr. David Dyser. I'm here with my Daily Health Healthy Rebel co-founder, Amy Layne. Good morning.
Good morning.
Just a few quick health and wellness stories to review today. Let's start with this new chocolate study. Did you see this about cocoa and how good it is for your heart? I mean, it's been talked about for years about how you should eat chocolate to help your heart. But this new study gives some details about what you need to be doing. Very interesting. Because we all love chocolate.
Well, some of us more than others.
Well, the good news is, some of us more than others. I mean, you're totally right. I'm obsessed.
Mm-hmm.
The good news is the study is focused on cocoa. Cocoa is what's used in most of your healthy recipes that we, the chocolate versions of these sweet treats that you make into healthy options.
Mm-hmm.
What this study shows, and it's a meta-analysis, is looking at 19 trials. The flavanols in cocoa can improve HDL, the good type of cholesterol, the cholesterol that protects you from the sticky LDL.
Mm-hmm.
And it can also reduce triglycerides. So reduce total fats. It also reduces fasting blood sugar and can help stabilize insulin release.
So is this just pure cocoa?
This is just pure cocoa. So all of the news outlets that I've seen have been saying, oh, chocolate's good for you.
Yeah, so you have to be so careful.
And this happens every year.
Yeah.
Every year, Well,
because you have to throw people a bone of what they want to hear. You have to give them once a year the booze is good, and so is chocolate.
Booze is good. Drink 5 cups of coffee a day. This is how your day should go. You should start with 5 cups of coffee, and then you should eat chocolate for lunch, and then when nighttime comes around, it's red wine is going to keep your heart healthy, obviously.
I mean, you have to throw us something. The news just,
But to be honest, I love that diet.
Yeah.
That's a good diet.
Not me.
No, you're not even into any of those three.
I'm not.
You're not drinking coffee.
No.
You're not big on chocolate, never have been.
No.
And you don't drink red wine.
No.
God, that sounds boring.
It's kind of boring.
It's kind of boring. I mean, you drink tea though, so you can get a point for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
About this study, what I wanted to cover, when the researchers actually push out the article, they make a note to say, this is not your standard milk chocolate, and this is not your standard white chocolate.
So it's don't go to the store and just buy chocolate off the shelf and think this is good for me.
Think, I'm going to increase my HDL levels, which is going to improve my cholesterol ratio, and then when my ratio gets below 4, my physician will be happy and I won't need to be on a statin and all these things. Not true. In fact, the sugar from milk chocolate and white chocolate is going to be so bad for your cardiovascular system.
That's not even the worst of it. If you turn over the label of most store-bought chocolates, and I'm not talking about the pure organic, good kinds, like the mass market chocolate, if you turn it over, there's 3 different types of saturated fats in it. There's 3 different, just oils and wax.
Wax? That surprised me the most. You taught me that a couple years ago. People put wax in their food to make it look nice. Did you know this? Crazy.
I told you, and you were shocked.
I was floored.
Someone had made us something, and we were eating it, and Dave's like, this tastes funny, and it's sticking to the roof of my mouth, and I bit it, and I said, yeah, there's wax in this. And he's like, why? And I was like, they do it to make chocolate look shiny.
Yeah, it's an old school thing to do. I mean, since then I've read about it a bit. I mean, just weird. That was commonplace.
It's gross. Makes it look pretty, and it also stabilizes it.
Ah, nice. It does make it look good.
And a lot of the times in these store-bought chocolate bars, they're also not even using corn syrup. GMO.
Exactly.
It's just bad.
It's so bad. It surprises me. But very rarely would we grab a chocolate bar off the shelf. I mean, I have.
Yeah, I mean, there are, pure cocoa, organic chocolate bars.
Yeah, I mean, When I'm going 80% or higher, something like extremely dark.
Yeah.
Now, since this came out, of course, I'm on it. I'm putting cocoa in my coffee every morning.
Oh my gosh.
Come on, Amy.
Mm-mm.
The research is quite good. So how can this help in weight loss? Well, if it can balance your blood sugar and reduce insulin resistance, then that could be helpful for people who have poor blood sugar control. A little bit of cocoa could be helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know.
Keep it to a minimum.
Keep it to a minimum.
Yeah.
And stay away from I know that your favorite is white chocolate. I'm outing you here.
Oh yeah, it's terrible. But like, if I were to go out and eat chocolate, I would want white chocolate. Like, I'm not proud.
No. Well, I mean, there's no shame. There's no shame in that. I mean, white chocolate is delicious.
But there's no health benefits, and it's usually the worst of... Like, it's just basically pure sugar.
Yeah.
It's cocoa, butter, and sugar.
Right, cocoa butter and sugar.
Mm.
Delicious, though.
It's so good.
Especially those Lindor ones.
Oh my god.
We went on a Lindor tour once. Remember that?
This was years ago.
We went to... there's actually a Lindor place that was close to our home.
Mm-hmm.
You can go and you can just try things.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. I could never do that now.
No, I think it would gross you out.
The sugar would give me a hangover. I don't think I'd even like the taste of them.
Yeah, probably not. Probably too sweet.
Things have changed.
But that's how I felt about white chocolate at the time. I found it too sweet.
Most people do.
Yeah. Most people do. You're like, nope.
Not me.
Delicious. Once in a while. I mean, you have to... I mean, how can it help your health? Well, it can help your mind. It's like a nice indulgence once in a while.
Mm.
But a lot of people I talk to... Because I'm doing a lot of cholesterol management in the clinic.
Okay.
And a lot of people I speak to... I say, so how often are you having a treat? Because, you know... People who know us know that we recommend you do plan a treat once a week.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd be surprised. So many people say every single day. And it shocks me because the caloric intake and the junk from GMO and additives, and it's just so much higher when you're having treats every day because you're having packaged foods, you're having processed foods, you're having high sugar foods.
And all that is the habit that needs to be broken.
Yeah.
You
know? A lot of times it's boredom.
Well,
I've asked people that, and it's, okay, so why are you having a treat every single day? They say, oh, I'm bored.
Well, a lot of people in life, like, it becomes redundant.
Mm.
And the highlight will be, like, the glass of wine at the end of the day, or the...
Yeah.
Whatever the treat is.
And
which is really sad.
That those 2 bites of chocolate turn into a full chocolate bar, and then that's a problem.
Well, that's the other thing with sugar. Sugar makes
so
you
addictive.
crave sugar, and then once you eat sugar, your brain tells your body, like, it's hungry, and it's not satisfied, so you crave more of that quick injection. It's just like a...
Yeah. I read an editorial once that stated that if sugar was released to the market today, the FDA wouldn't approve it.
I read that too, and I believe it. It's a drug.
Mm-hmm. I mean, now when I have white sugar, I really notice the effects of blood sugar crashes. Like, I seriously notice it. I get so grumpy.
Yeah.
It's not good for you.
No, well, you should not eat it.
No, well, I don't that often.
No.
I mean, I had a little donut escapade a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you have to get artisan donuts, Amy.
Donut testing.
Donut testing.
Yeah.
The second story I have today is one that I picked up from a blog that I read called Inc.com, but it's really an anxiety study. And it's really interesting. This one group of researchers was looking at different songs and how they can relax anxiety. They can reduce the symptomology. And they found that this one song was superior to all songs.
Okay.
I don't know how they tested all songs, but they chose a group of songs and they figured out this one was much more effective. It's called Weightless, and it's by a person named Marconi Union. And it's I played it for you a little bit ago, but it's not like there's no words to it. It's like a relaxation song.
Yeah, like what you'd hear in a spa.
But what they found in their research, and they played these songs for a lot of people, and they studied their cortisol release, I think, is how they looked at it. But what they found was, in terms of symptomology, there was a significant reduction in anxiety when people listened to this song. 65% reduction in participants' overall anxiety and a 35% reduction in their usual physiological resting rates. Crazy. So it could bring heart rate down instantly. In fact, they recommended that you not listen to it while you drive. It's that relaxing.
It's funny because we talk a lot about the importance of setting your atmosphere and the tone. And I remember when I was really decided I was going to make a real right turn in my life, one of the things that I did was I bought, because this was back when CD players were a thing still.
Back in the CD days.
Yeah, I bought relaxation CDs and I played them literally from the time I woke up to the time I went to bed, just in my home, like just in the background.
You were on it early.
Yeah, and I mean, I carried that through. I mean, I've been doing that now for over a decade.
Wow.
I always have relaxing music on, or classical, or always.
Yeah, you do. You've been doing it for so long. I started playing it in the clinic.
Because it's so important to set the tone, because, you know, sometimes, you know, a bad day is as easy as like just a negative thought. And it's hard to have negative thoughts when you're like setting your atmosphere like a Zen den. Mm-hmm. It's harder.
It is harder
to shift into negativity.
You have to be proactive though, because as you're saying this, I'm thinking about this idea of working memory that we've been talking about for a while. That ability to make the decision to set up your place to be cozy.
You have to make that hard right turn, or you have to turn the ship around.
Right? Yeah.
Well, it's that you have to get out in front of yourself and want better for yourself tomorrow than today. Mm-hmm. So you have to kind of be your own mother, or be your own your own hero, however you see that, you know, whatever metaphor works for you. You have to get out in front of yourself and you have to make it happen.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it, being your own mother. Because it's very visual, right? Mm-hmm. That's the definition of self-care. I'm going to be looking after myself, and this is one of the ways I'm going to do it. I'm going to be disciplined about setting my place up to be relaxing.
Exactly.
Anyways, this song has been shown to be extremely effective. I mean, we've been using... We use a lot of classical relaxation music. There's a few free online stations. We use... what's this app called?
Oh my gosh, I can't even think.
We used to use AccuRadio, but then it ended.
Right. And
then we switched to... oh my gosh, I can't even think of it. I don't even have it on my phone because it's on our docking station. But now on Apple Music, there's relaxation classical. I've been playing that a bit for the baby in the morning, and she seems to like that. Yeah. She fell asleep this morning too. It's nice. So classical relaxation, and then the tapes that you've been using a little bit. You use a chakra balancer.
Well, type. For years I listened to that. Yeah, I had I just would go on iTunes and listen to relaxing or meditation music and see what you have to see what doesn't irritate you, because we're all different, and some things are irritating, which is so funny because we had company last week and I had my chakra music on, and I find it deeply relaxing, and both the people here that were visiting found it irritating.
Yeah.
So you have to...
For sure. Sometimes you don't want your chakras stimulated. You gotta be careful, because these things, they work.
No, they do.
The other songs on the list, I should mention these. Electra by Airstream. I haven't listened to these, so, don't listen to them and think, this isn't working for me. This is bad advice. Melomaniac by DJ Shah. Watermark by Enya. Is that a song you know?
Enya. Yeah, everyone knows Enya.
Strawberry Swing by Coldplay.
I don't know that.
Please Don't Go, Barcelona. Pure Shores, All Saints. Someone Like You by Adele. Casanetta Solaria by Mozart. And We Can Fly by Rue du Soleil. Anyways, this is a list of 10 songs they found effective for reducing anxiety, but nothing was close to this Weightless by Marconi Union. I'll play some of it for us so we can get an idea of what it sounds like. And then I think it's just like typical, I don't know if it's nature music or what.
It's relaxing.
I think it goes like that. And there's an hour one online. So the normal one is 8 minutes long, but you can go on YouTube, I think, and you can get one that's 60 minutes.
Wow.
So it'd be nice to play around the home. Mm-hmm. Now, why is this important in weight loss? Of course. Anxiety. With the cortisol release, you can also have poor insulin resistance. Cortisol also can be anabolic. For a lot of people who are really stressed out, I mean, you'll see this all the time, people who are super stressed will then become very lean. That happens in a huge percent of the population, but most of the people I see who are extremely stressed actually tend to gain weight.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that can be related to blood sugar control, especially after menopause. But having high cortisol levels is bad for many reasons. I mean, they've shown it to be associated with allergies and Alzheimer's and diabetes and poor immune system, so increased risk of colds and flus. Anyways, so many reasons why you want to balance cortisol, and this thing works.
I believe in it.
One more story I wanted to finish with today. I don't know if you saw this or not. We didn't really talk about it. Scientists have come out and officially said that the 5-second rule is debunked. Did you hear that?
No.
We didn't talk about this. They were saying, like, basically they tested this piece of candy that had been on the floor for less than 5 seconds.
Okay, but I think everyone knows that the 5-second rule isn't really
That's
a
what
thing.
I thought. Isn't it obvious?
It's a joke. Like
It's a joke. People are being... What's the word?
Like, trying to cover up that they're being gross.
Yeah, they're being gross. And they're just not caring about it, and it's funny. So someone got the idea that, this is gonna be my thing. I'm gonna research this and figure out if it's true.
It must have been someone's thesis or something. Why would you ever pick this?
The myth-busting PhD.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, there are so many things that should be solved, but this is not one of them.
Could you imagine? I wonder if someone got a microbiology PhD based on this.
I'd love
Probably
to know.
not. No.
I don't know.
Come on. Bacteria, they can be very quick and sneaky. That's the point. The 5-second rule is not a thing, it's a myth.
Quick and
It's
sneaky.
just fun.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Not all bacteria are bad.
It's just a saying.
Billions of them live inside of us.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And on our skin.
Okay.
The point is, they can get on food pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
And we know now that now, I mean, we're having to sterilize things like crazy around here.
Oh my god.
With little baby True. And the way she throws the soother all over the place. I feel like when I have her, the soother is just always on the ground. And when you have her, the soother is in her mouth.
Yeah. That because I hold it. You don't.
You hold it in place.
Yeah, I do.
Just hold it in there.
I don't. I just give her a little tension so that it doesn't flop out.
She really likes it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the only way she can get herself to calm down.
Yeah, it works for her. I mean, I know a lot of people have a problem with it, but...
Well, we got a natural one. I mean, come on. Natural fibers.
Well, I mean, whatever. Everyone's just, people have opinions about parenting.
Well, I think the main criticism is that then there's nipple confusion and breastfeeding issues, and this baby does not have an issue with eating. This baby can eat. No matter how long she has a soother in her mouth, she's still looking to eat.
Yeah, she knows. Yeah, she's good.
Yeah, there's no issue there.
Mm-mm.
That's Healthy Rebel Radio for today. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe on iTunes or Stitcher Radio and leave us a review. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.
See you.
Healthy Rebel Radio is presented by the online health and wellness center, DamiHealth.com. Since 2009, Amy Layne has successfully coached thousands of women through her signature program, the Bikini Body Program. Join today to work exclusively with Amy to unveil your greatest yet to be from the inside out. Go to DamiHealth.com for more information.
Thank you for listening to Healthy Rebel Radio. Please connect with us on our community pages on Facebook, Pinterest, and Instagram, all at the handle @DamiHealth. For weekly recipes, articles, and all our episodes straight to your inbox, join our newsletter at DamiHealth.com. You can find all the links discussed in today's episode in the show notes. Thank you for joining us, and see you tomorrow.